Hey, what's up, guys? Coach Darren here from Highlight Hoops, author of the brand new book, Good Coach, Bad Coach, a practical guide to help youth coaches like yourselves coach youth basketball better. And today we're going to talk about the 4 coaching philosophies that every coach is governed by, whether you realize it or not. Because every time you step foot on the court, in your mind, you have a clear right things to do and wrong things to do. And those right and wrong things that you believe in your mind and you believe in your heart come together to develop your own coaching philosophy. And make sure you stay tuned for number 4, because I think every coach fits into that category some way or another. So the first coaching philosophy is coaching to win. This one is very straightforward, and the name basically explains what exactly it is. Under this philosophy, your one and only goal is winning. You're not necessarily concerned about people's feelings, playing time, complaints from the parents. It doesn't matter. If your teams are prepared to win, then you're good. Now, normally this is seen in higher levels of basketball, like high school varsity and high school junior varsity, but there are definitely a lot of coaches and programs who fall into this philosophy outside of school basketball. Some pros for coaching to win is you're gonna have some competitive teams, and you're preparing your players for when they do eventually make the high school team if they're fortunate enough to do so. Some cons for coaching to win are, of course, some players are gonna lag behind. Everybody can't touch the court, and in some games, some kids will never even see playing time, which can be kind of devastating, especially if you're coaching like a 5th grade, 6th grade, 7th grade team. But the main thing about this philosophy, you have to be upfront and honest with the players and the parents, so nobody's caught off guard and nobody's surprised when you do this. The second coaching philosophy is coaching for development. So here, you don't really care about winning or losing. You just want your team to get better individually and overall as an entire group. So under this philosophy and practice, you're gonna spend way more time on skill development as opposed to running plays or learning how to trap and press. And when it comes to game time, your substitution pattern is going to be a little bit more fair than coaching to win, but the better players will still play a little bit more, but the games are an extension of practice. So we want everybody to be playing as much as possible, because the only way your team is going to get better if they could put into action what they learned in practice. Some pros for this philosophy are, like the name says, your kids will improve individually. And this coaching philosophy is more adaptable to the various kinds of teams that you're going to experience throughout your coaching career. When compared to coaching to win, you can only win with a certain group of kids. Coaching for development, literally all kids need development, so you'll find a way to fit with any particular group. Some cons for coaching for development is each player develops at their own rate at different times. So some kids will shoot up really fast and some kids are going to stagnate behind. And this is going to cause your team to lose a lot of games early on, because some players are going to be okay, some players are going to be very bad, and some players are going to be very good. Another con is if you do have good players on your team, they're going to feel like they're being held back and they're forced to play with quote unquote bad players. But usually talk with not only their parents, but the entire team's parents can set expectations for the season so everybody knows what your team is all about. Number 3, the third coaching philosophy is coaching for life lessons. So under this philosophy, we don't really care about winning or losing. We don't necessarily care about development, though we still want to develop players. But basketball is just the vehicle of how we teach the kids about life. If kids are upset about playing time, well, they just learned a valuable lesson. Life isn't fair, and you have to work hard to get what you want. If things aren't going your team's way in a particular game, there's no time for whining, because in life, complainers never win. Under this philosophy, you're the coach that's like the big brother, the big sister, the aunt, the uncle, the mother, the father. You're the kid's mentor, and you're teaching them how they should respond to adversity, how they should respond to triumph. You know, when things are going really good, when things are going really bad, you're teaching them it all through basketball. And in coaching for life lessons, off the court is just as important as on the court. You're going to be a staple in the community. You're really making sure the kids are doing their homework and they're doing the right thing, and you're keeping them on the right path. Some pros about coaching for life lessons is you really build up strong young men and young women, which you should really take pride in, and it's a very important role. Some cons though, unfortunately, not every kid is going to learn the life lesson. You can give out the perfect speeches, you can set the best example, but unfortunately, some kids have to learn the hard way. And last but not least, the fourth coaching philosophy is coaching for fun. At some point or another, every coach has to adopt this coaching philosophy. This philosophy has nothing to do with the skill level of your players. It's just more that every team or every situation in basketball can't be serious. Because if that's the case, then nobody would want to play, because at the end of the day, this is just a game and we're trying to have some fun. So under this philosophy, equal playing time. We are not trying to win, but winning is a bonus. If you have a chance to go for a win, then do it, because all kids at the end of the day want to win a game. In practices, you're still trying to improve the kids' skills, but you're doing it in a fun way. So shooting knockout, dribbling knockout, dribble tag, all the fun games that get players more active, get their blood moving, and get them to laugh and just have a good time. Some pros about this are you're going to be a fan favorite coach because kids love having fun. Also, you may be a rememberable coach because you might be the inception of a kid's love for basketball, which is a cool thing to have on your belt. Some cons though, the biggest one is going to be discipline. Player discipline might be low. Kids are going to be fooling around and doing all crazy things. So you just have to make sure that yes, you're having fun, but you don't let the kids spiral out of control into chaos. So just to recap, the 4 coaching philosophies are 1, coaching to win, 2, coaching for development, 3, coaching for life lessons, and 4, coaching for fun. When I was describing those philosophies, did one kind of stand out and resonate with you? If so, that's completely normal. In my opinion, you should gravitate to the philosophy that fits you best and then just learn them all, because you never know which coaching situation you will need each philosophy in. I dive into these 4 coaching philosophies and way more in my new book, Good Coach, Bad Coach. It's the first link in the description box below, and it covers a lot. I'm talking about it gives you play diagrams, it gives you offenses, defenses, what to do on game days. It gives you frameworks like the framework we just talked about in this video. It's 200 pages of pure knowledge that will help you be the coach that you want to be. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and check out the new book. Coach Darren out. Peace.